Okay, y'all. Y'all asked me about one of my scariest moments being on the road. Now, to be honest, I've always been a very adventurous person. Now, I will go anywhere. I want to see everything. I want to do everything. I want to experience everything. That's just what I'm all about because I think that that's what life is all about is experience. Now, I got to tell y'all about this one time. This one time. Now, I say this over and over in my videos. I have never done any kind of substance in my life, ever, ever. Okay, I don't smoke. I drink. I don't do that other stuff that they do in clubs. I've never done those things or had those issues. People don't believe me because I've traveled around the world with some of the most concerning entertainers in my life. And trust me, I've been around this world and I've seen some very concerning entertainers, but I don't partake in things that don't interest me, period. Now, we was in, I'll just say, this island for a few years doing a show. And we decided we were off on Sundays and Mondays. So we decided to go to Puerto Rico for those 2 days. The whole group, the gang, we all got together. We talked about it. We said, let's go over for the night. And you know, we had a friend that was doing a show in Puerto Rico as well. And she said, well, you guys can stay with me. I have 4 bedrooms and you can hang out in the hotel and the pool and everything is there. So we thought it was fabulous. We didn't have to pay for a hotel. The only thing we had to do is pay for our flight and to get into the club where she performed. So we went. It was fabulous. I mean, the constellation was fabulous. And our friend that was there, she was a great hostess to us all. The girls slept in one room and all the rest of the pronouns slept in the other room. Well, anyway, we decided we were going to go out to the club. And since I was the only one in the car that did not do any kind of substance, any kind, they decided, okay, against me, I said, well, I don't think we should do that. We should go over there. And my friend said, the one that was hosting us, said, oh, it's cool. I've been over there a couple of times. Everything is good. So there's 7 of us with her in this car. We rolled up. I would not lie to y'all. This was something out of a movie. When we first got to, it was like the ghetto of Puerto Rico, or just a ghetto building. But there was a choir singing in front of the building. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. And the fact that I was stuck in the middle, in the back, it was the funniest thing. And I was like, I don't know about this. And my friend who was hosting, I said, oh, just be cool, be cool, be cool. So everybody was talking about what they wanted in the car. And I'm sitting here thinking, what is all of this? So anyway, to make a long story short, we pull in. I think that all of them were in shock that we saw a full choir singing in front of this ghetto complex thing here. And so we drove in. Soon as we drove in, there was a line of cars behind us. It was like an assembly line. We couldn't, we were, I think we were all in shock except for my friend who was hosting us. So we pull up. She says, he said, well, he was a he at the time. He said, don't roll the windows down all the way. Just roll the windows down like this here and tell them what you want and they're going to get it. So all the guys in the car was talking about what they wanted and everything. And our friend who was hosting said, we've got to do it quick. Don't be lollygagging and, taking forever. So everybody was getting what they needed. And all these people ran up to the car window. I was just flipped right out in the back. I was sitting there in the middle thinking, this is not good. This is not good. But they were getting what they needed. They were sticking the little $20 or $40 out the window or whatever the situation was. And they was getting all they needed. And then everybody got what they needed. And we just took off. I thought, this is something out of a movie. But anyway, we ended up getting to the club Crash in Puerto Rico. Oh my God, my friend is a performer. She had them children. She had them handing her that money. Well, anyway, she did the show. Of course, I ran around the parking lot a few times, if you know what I mean. That was my highlight. That was my substance, running around the parking lot. I had a couple of cuties trying to turn me upside down in the parking lot. I wasn't having that, but I mean, we did a little 1-2, 1-2, and then ran back in the club and had a couple of OJs and vodkas. Anyway, don't ever do that. I will never do that again. But it was the most scariest time, but fun at the same time. And but I don't recommend that. I don't recommend that. And to this day, me and my friend, we all laugh about that. But that was my time in Puerto Rico, and that was the time that was the scariest moment. Well, one of them on the road for me is I don't recommend that. I don't recommend going with a group of people in a car trying to hunt down the hunt down. Well, anyway, y'all, that's my little story. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Thank you, Puerto Rico. We got out safe, and it was fabulous. But Crash in Puerto Rico is an amazing club. We had the best time, and our hostess was amazing. And so we got back to St. Martin safe and sound. And so thank you. And that's my little story. 1, 2, 1, 2, yow.